Good evening, everybody, and welcome into another episode of the Faithful Dogs podcast. Before we get into anything tonight and even introduce ourselves, come join us in the chat. That's all that's what this entire episode is going to be. It's going to be an event session and get everything off your chest. I'm Tyler Johnson, joined by Zach DeFranco. Jack Robinson has disappeared, probably from the horrific. He had to disappear from the horrific Browns defense.
I saw the offensive line of the Chargers going to the right, and so I just ran right over there, man. Sorry. Oh shit! Austin Eckler just ran for a touchdown. We're fucked. Oh shit! My bad. That was my bad. I just bit really hard. That was my fault.
Probably the best intro to a show we've ever had, by the way. That was fantastic. So great job, Jack, for that. Zach.
Who are you supposed to be?
Jacob Phillips.
Yep.
Yeah.
My favorite player, man.
That's rough, but it's so true.
It is. Zach, how you doing?
Terrible. 2 L's in a row. It's not fun. But
it's
football.
not fun. But the Guardians are in the ALDS right now. The Blue Jackets just got their season started. The CAF season's right around the corner. Ohio State's undefeated and soon to one day be the number one team in college football. So
they love Alabama too much.
True.
Wow, really trying to kill my Ohio State mood too. Jeez.
The committee loves it. Alabama could lose and they'd be top 4 still.
Anyway, as we get into tonight's episode, guys, if you want to interact, and we encourage that you do, because there's a lot we want to get off our chest, and we want you guys to send your comments, send your questions. Join us on YouTube. It's easy. It's easy to subscribe to the channel for free. And if you like the video, it helps us a lot more expand the outreach than just to Cleveland, Ohio. Everyone can then start seeing the videos that Network 216 puts out there. So please go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And remember that we are proud partners of Underdog Fantasy. Right now, be sure to get your pick'ems in for Thursday Night Football. You can do so, and once you do, use code 216, and that's going to double your first deposit up to $100. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Gentlemen, I'm just going to I'm going to get this over with. I'm going to read off the stats from a Browns loss against the Chargers, 30-28.
We're just ripping off the Band-Aid tonight.
I'm just going to say all the stats. I'm going to talk. We're just going to vent. All right. Jacoby Brissett, 21 of 34, 230 yards, average 6.8 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Nick Chubb, 17 carries, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7.9 yards per carry. Kareem
MVP.
Hunt. Close. I mean, he is crushing it. Kareem Hunt, 11 carries, 47 yards, 4.3 yards an average, and a touchdown. David Njoku, 6 catches, 88 yards. Mari Cooper, 7 catches, 76 yards, a touchdown. DPJ, 4 catches, 50 yards. The Chargers really didn't throw it that much. Like didn't have a lot passing, but Austin Eckler, 16 carries, 173 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, my money league loved that though. I mean,
hey, I loved it in my fantasy league too. So wherever you guys want to start, whoever wants to go first. Overall thoughts from this weekend. I mean, this is the second.
Jack is literally red in the face.
Yeah, Jack, you go first because I need to hear you explode and want to make sure that you don't have a heart attack before we get to you.
I came into this game thinking, last week really sucked. The Falcons game, our defense was completely just destroyed. And I knew that our defense was bad already. I knew that we were having problems, but I chopped up by a practice squad running back because we didn't have our defensive tackles in. The guys just didn't know what they were doing. Obviously, Anthony Walker just got hurt. So it really sucks, and we're going to need to, figure it out. And I thought this would be a week where you have Myles Garrett back and Jadeveon Clowney. You're going to be able to get more pressure, get guys in the backfield, and you're going to be able to, shore up that defensive line. The things I saw on that field on Sunday should be considered. I should be getting a compensation from the Cleveland Browns because that is torture. The things I saw, I had to see Austin Eckler hitting open gaps all game. running for 70 yards on the first play of the second quarter, just gashing us for nothing. Josh Kelly looked like he was Nick Chubb out there, the way he was hitting those gaps. And I mean,
Josh Kelly.
And I mean, look, you can say that, oh, well, we had opportunities to win this game. It's hard to say we had opportunities to win this game when it just looked like they weren't even trying. I mean, they just had to hand the ball off to Austin Eckler, and Barry Sanders came back to life. Not came back to life, just put on a Chargers jersey, jump back into the past, and all of a sudden he's running through us like, I mean, what is going on? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Their entire offense was Eckler and Mike Williams.
You know what? Really sucked?
That's who you got beat by.
Yeah. You know what really sucked about this whole day? It made me realize something. There are teams that when you face them, you feel confident because, maybe your offense isn't really doing too well. Maybe you're trying to figure too much stuff out. You're trying to get people involved, and you're trying to figure out how exactly your offense system is supposed to work. And those are called get-right teams. They're teams that you can beat up on. The Browns defense is becoming a team that if your team is having trouble on offense, just send them over to Cleveland Browns Stadium and just they'll figure it out. I mean, the Chargers had how many rushing yards before this game? Like 230? And then how many did they have in this game? Like 230. I mean, it does not make sense that we get guys back and then we get worse. And look, I know that people are going to be like, oh, it's not all Joe Woods' fault. Sometimes the people on the field have to take responsibility. And I agree, they do. But Joe Woods has been here for 3 years, and we're still having the same issues we've been having since year one. So when is Joe Woods going to instill the discipline necessary to make guys play better? Put in the scheme to make guys play better. Like, when are we going to see the Joe Woods defensive scheme work? Because it hasn't for 3 years, outside of some rogue cases. Like, that game was disgusting. I almost left after Jacoby threw the pick in the end zone, but I ended up staying, and that was almost more painful. But we should be 5-0. We should be 5-0, and the fact that we aren't makes this just it's so hard to follow the team when there's so many missed opportunities. I mean, all of our losses combined is 6 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It sucks.
Josh is onto something though. Segment called Jack Attacks.
I mean, hey man, every week that I get to come on here and talk about Joe Woods is a good week for me because I need to get some of that stress out, man.
All right, Zach, what were your thoughts? I have a long list, so
dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I'm just at the point where I just want you to read off the list because, dude, this defense is just so.
I got one you'll be able to hit off first. So I'm gonna share a picture here, and to me, this is about what Denzel Ward's done all year is just look himself in the mirror and just think he's the best cornerback in the world. Like, Denzel Ward, where has he been all season? And don't give me he had a pick against Atlanta. Fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Like, how in the world are you getting paid this much money to suck? Like, you're a 42.3. Dude. And and I get Mike Williams is huge. He's a physical specimen. But, man, Denzel Ward can't cover anybody. He can't. I don't know what's happened to Denzel Ward. I really don't.
I don't know. I just think I don't know, dude. Is it the scheme? Like, are we gonna like blame it on Joe Woods there too? Like, it just seems like an effort.
Man coverage, he can't stop anybody.
It just seems like a effort thing right now. I don't know if he doesn't like Joe Woods, if he's fighting with someone on the defense, like was rumored earlier on in the season that, I think it was on 92 Through the Fan that someone rumored it or something, but I don't know. Dude, it's just like an effort level thing with Denzel.
It's getting to the point, like, you're an NFL player. I mean, okay, you might not like somebody. Big whoop-de-doo. You're paid $100 million. You're getting $100 million, dude. I don't care if you're pissed off and don't like somebody, okay? We've all worked with people in our lives that we don't like, okay? We get paid to do a job. That's it. You don't have to be friends. All you have to do is do your job. And right now, Denzel Ward isn't remotely doing that. And again, I never want anybody to be injured, but he's in concussion protocol. Quite frankly, if he misses this game, I wonder if we look better on defense. I'm serious. Like, because it can't look any worse.
I mean,
yeah.
Look, there are a couple of coverages during this game that I can give him like a pass on. Like some of the, like Mike Williams is huge. So being able to beat him one-on-one, like that 150-50 ball over the middle, I could give him some props on that. Mm-hmm. But it's just more so the fact that like it just doesn't seem like he knows his assignment. He doesn't know where he's supposed to be. There was a play, I think it was like the 3rd and 14, 3rd and 12, where, I mean, Mike Williams just walks into a zone, stands there, gets the ball, falls down, and then I just see every single person in the vicinity go like this. Like they just didn't know what the scheme was. Denzel didn't know who his guy was. Like it was it wasn't a good look for this defense. And
that's what I'm saying though. Like it's misblown coverages is what it is.
And it's not just once or twice. It is very often that they just cannot cover anybody whatsoever, regardless if they're in man or zone. And really the only time this defense gets a stop is when the offense just can't convert. When the opposing offense can't convert is when we get a stop. It's not because we're sacking the quarterback. It's not because we're forcing the turnover. It's because that opposing offense just didn't convert to get a first down. It's the only reason. We're not stopping anybody right now.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. It's been very hard to watch, dude. It really has. And like,
what's embarrassing, Zach, real quick? The fact, and I get it. I get these defensive tackles are young. Dude, how are you getting blown off 5 yards off the ball? Jacob Phillips just runs the wrong way. Like, what are we doing? Like, did LSU not teach linebackers to do anything to pursue the ball? Or they just teach them to run away? I have never seen more horrific linebacker play than Jacob Phillips. Like, I know coming into the draft, he was not a highly rated prospect. He wasn't. And the fact we took him kind of surprised some people. They said he had a good motor, so on and so forth. But Jacob Phillips, I get he's had a lot of injuries. This dude shouldn't even be on a football field. And the only reason he is because Anthony Walker's hurt. Because Jacob Phillips shouldn't be anywhere. Jacob Phillips should be on the practice squad.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Jacob Phillips. No. It's right because AB making that trade tells you everything you need to know about Jacob Phillips.
Oh, yeah.
For Jones. AB making that trade tells you everything you need to know about Jacob Phillips, about where AB definitely sees the weakest point on defense. He made the 2 moves this week. And it's about damn time for a defensive tackle. Even just a big body one tech like we did. Like, it's about damn time, dude. And I think JOK with Jones, if Jones can, obviously he has to pick up this defense now too, and we'll see how that goes. But he's even already said, like, he'll wear the green dot on defense because he's done it before. Like, I like the attitude he came in with. I'm pumped about, the rest of the season here with him. But Tyler, is he a free agent after this season? Jones?
No, he's under contract for 1 more year.
Oh, and that's a great trade. I'll take it because Walker's a free agent. So if you want to let Walker walk, you just found his replacement. Like, seriously.
Josh, I need a lot more than a hug, my friend. Like, there's nothing.
You see, I'm trying to be chill.
Now.
That's why I'm trying to be chill, I guess. I don't know. I didn't expect a win Sunday, but at the same time, it's just it's not even like, oh, I'm just chill. It's like I just feel defeated as a fan right now after 2 losses. Like, both you should have won. We should literally be 5-0, which is crazy to say, but we should be undefeated like the Eagles right now, dude. It's crazy to say our offense is that good, but our defense is literally that bad. Our defense just has to be average, and you're 5-0.
Where are you guys at currently with John Johnson? Is he not being used correctly? Like, what? Why is it? Because something I've noticed, why is it that Grant Delpit seems to be playing as a free safety and you have John Johnson III as more of your box when it should be the complete opposite of that? Like, is Joe Woods, does he this is a serious question. Does Joe Woods, like, actually not know the strengths of the players he has? Or does he just refuse to actually play to those strengths? Because it makes you have guys that you're trying to – Grant Delpit is not a free safety. He's not. Never has been, never will be. He's a strong safety. Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome are press corners. They're not zone corners. If you want a zone corner, go get a zone corner. Like, what is it about this defensive coordinator? Is he that stubborn that he's just trying to pigeonhole these guys? Like, what is it? What is it? Somebody tell me.
I can't. Dude.
I mean, the thing is, right? The way that I see it is, remember, I'm trying to remember exactly. I think it was 2 years ago where they were like really pushing that. Oh, once we get Grant Delpit back, we'll be able to play a lot of like, put him in the nickel, put him in the dime, and like they were really pushing that. Like Grant Delpit is the guy in that role, and it's almost weird because like we had John Johnson when like they were talking about that, and. I think it is kind of like almost that they're just too stubborn to go to the scheme that works because they like, I think that when they got Grant Delpit, they wanted him in that role. So they're just going to be like, even if it doesn't work, we're just going to keep going until it works. I think it is just them being stubborn because genuinely, I just don't see how else they can look at the product on the field and be happy with what they're seeing, considering, I mean, we've all seen the results. It's atrocious.
Mm.
How long do you go with this until you make a change? Like, how long can you continue to look at this abysmal product that is currently on the field under this defensive coordinator and just continue to put it out there every single week? Like, I mean, you could tell Jimmy Haslam was pissed off after that. Like, when is enough enough?
I think AB is pissed off when he makes a trade that quick after a loss. I think that's his way of showing you, like basically going to play. You might see a different defense. You might see a forced different defense. No different than when John Dorsey forced Nick Chubb when he traded Carlos Hyde, something like that.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Like, I mean, at some point you have to put your foot down. And I love Stefanski, but yeah, he needs to take control of it. And it's just so hard to watch because, like I said, if you have an average defense, you're literally 5-0, just average.
Yeah, you're easily 5-0.
And
It's 6 points.
And this was a conversation I can't believe like people actually like decided to have an argument about. I firmly believe, and I don't like what if scenarios, but I personally believe if Deshaun Watson's quarterback right now as well, I think you're 4-1 or 5-0. And like I get the defense has been as bad as they have.
The offense is like amazing right now, dude.
But what I'm saying though is there's been key mistakes, especially on Sunday, that more than likely you have a chance to convert. They might win that game. Might.
I know you're talking about that interception, in the goal line. Like, yeah, that I think that play, I mean, Brissett could have ran that for a first down, if not a touchdown. He really could have. So I feel like that. I also think Watson could hit Cooper in the back of the end zone on that play as well. So
yeah.
I don't think he's throwing. Yeah.
The fact that every single game has that we've had has either been we win by a score or it's down to the last second and we only are losing by 1 or 2 or 3 points shows us that like this team, even with this defense, if this defense was even a little bit better, that we could win any game we're in. And obviously, like, I know that we're going to talk about it, but Jacoby's throwing these bad interceptions and they are terrible. Like, I mean, the Atlanta one, just completely unnecessary. The one from Sunday, actually made my stomach drop because I'm sitting there watching
that sucks
at the other end zone and I'm watching him roll out and I'm like, oh dude, he can run for a first down. He can get like really close here. And then he just like, I don't even know why he was throwing it. Like the dude was just standing there waiting for it. I'm like, gosh, what is like it's terrible. But at the same time, it's like the fact that we're even in these games is because this offense is so good. It's because Jacoby is really good at what he does and that he's able to keep this offense moving, keep the offense, for the most part, pretty efficient. And I mean, we're the 6th best scoring defense or offense in the league. And we're even with a defense that is, I think everyone could say is bottom 4-3 in the league. Like we're still being competitive in all of these games. So I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, if we had Deshaun and we could just make like if he got a touchdown where instead we kicked a field goal, or if he just didn't make a rash decision, like maybe sometimes Jacoby's going to do, because Jacoby, you put him in high stress situations like that, and he's used to playing conservative, he's going to make a mistake probably. So yeah, I think that the whole situation, if the defense was better, Jacoby wouldn't be in those high stress situations, and he wouldn't have to make those hard throws that can result in interceptions. So it all kind of comes back to, if the defense was even slightly okay, none of these issues would even be there, and we'd be 4-1 or 5-0.
Sum it up: Jacoby is a backup quarterback, and he's going to make backup quarterback
Yes.
mistakes, and that's just how it is. He's doing everything everything we wanted Baker to do. I'm gonna be honest here. He's doing everything that Stefanski wanted Baker to do. Those stupid mistakes still suck, though. They do.
Oh yeah,
because those are in the
it's so
worst
painful.
situations possible. Yeah, it's terrible, but that's just how it is right now, guys. I don't know. I did not expect the defense to be like this. I really didn't. I expect them to pick up where they left off back half of last season. So.
Yeah, we all did. I mean, I thought this was a top 10 defense. Oh man, can I just wear my dunce cap now?
Like, dude, I mean, if any of you guys went to training camp or saw training camp at all, like, dude, they took over practice, the defense.
No, they looked like they knew what they were doing too.
It looked like all the hype and fire was around this defense coming into this season. Like, I was like, oh my god, like they could be top 5, top 3, like bottom 4, bottom 5. This is what you're dealing with right now. It sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's brutal. And I also want to take a minute. I think we need to address Cade York.
Cut him.
Especially the clown, and yes, I'm calling you a clown, that decided to burn his jersey because he missed a game-winning kick.
Someone did that?
Yeah, yes. It was all over Twitter. There's some nut job out there decided to burn his Cade York jersey. You bought a kicker's jersey.
Probably after the Panthers game. Yeah,
he probably did. Too.
He had it for like 4 weeks. Congratulations.
Probably $115. You just straight down the drain.
For clout.
Congratulations to you.
For clout.
Yeah. For clout.
And embarrassment. Just embarrassing yourself. But the thing about Cade York, I get the frustration, but this is where I'm at. And I have to disagree with Chops on this. 54 yards is not an average NFL kick. It's not. The fact that you were in a situation to attempt a game-winning field goal.
He does have to make it, though.
He does have to make it. He does. But also, the offense did him no favors.
No, that last drive.
Any yards whatsoever.
Dude, that last drive, what were we doing?
We were trying to get it to the outside. The
only lost issue the yard.
They were chucking it way too far to the outside. Like DPJ was like parallel to the ground.
That was so stupid. That was ridiculous.
I mean, they got that one. Didn't they get that one pass over the middle to Cooper?
I thought it was on the sideline. Oh no! Wait, no. To get it, to get to where they eventually field goal. They did get that pass over the middle.
But then you run an outside zone to Kareem Hunt. You lose a yard. Then you throw a deep shot. I think it was to DPJ.
It was,
which actually was a money.
It almost was a perfect pass.
But still,
down, unfortunately, but it was fantastic.
I guess you can afford to do that play call on second down, right? Like 2nd and 11.
You can
afford to, but then you miss the out route on 3rd down. You don't even get a yard. You actually lose a yard for your kicker, your rookie kicker. But no, I don't really make an excuse for him missing that kick. That sucks. Like, he obviously can do it. He kicked a 60-yarder in Charlotte, so he can do it. I mean,
he took responsibility too. Like, I don't think anyone's trying to make excuses for Cade York. I mean, he missed 2 field goals, and both of them ended up being the difference maker in the game. So, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to make excuses for him, but I'm also not going to throw him under the bus and say that, like, he's the only reason we lost the game, and that
some people do.
We should cut him. Even, like, guys, he's a rookie kicker. And plus he's kicking in one of the hardest stadiums to kick in, and
but that's his stadium, dude.
And the thing is, here's the thing:
you have to be able to kick there.
I don't understand why they don't just have Cade down at the stadium all day. Why is he even
at home with Cade York? Make it a new thing.
Actually, though, like, he could just be at the stadium all day, kicking into the wind and just figuring out how it works. Because, like, Berea is not a good place to practice. It's completely sterile there.
The stadium's right on the lake.
It gives him the harshest conditions ever that he would ever want to kick in. Like, like it gives you the perfect place to hone your craft. And plus, what's going to happen when it starts to snow? I know that this might come as a surprise to some people, but it snows up there and it's cold and windy.
Wait, really?
And it sucks. Okay, it sucks sometimes. So I don't see how being in Berea or being indoors is going to help him when he still has to play 4 or 5 more games at home in the cold and rain. So I say send him out to the to the stadium, and you know what? Shoot some hoses at him, throw ice cubes at him while he's kicking, so that way he gets used to it, because this is the kind of stuff that he's going to need to be able to do. So I say, you know what? This should be a learning experience for him. He should be doubling down, going to the stadium and practicing all the time rather than going to the facility. Because, I mean, what the hell is he doing at the facility? He's kicking it.
Does it concern you guys that visitors come in here and just never miss? But our kickers, for some reason, all the kickers we've had since Phil Dawson can't make anything consistently. Does that concern you guys at all? The fact that any visitor kicker comes in here and basically just never misses?
I mean, how many of them are like rookie kickers, though?
True, but I mean, like, for instance, on Sunday, the Chargers signed him that week. Comes in here, goes 6 of 6.
Yeah, seriously.
True.
It's just frustrating, man. We're all just beyond frustrated. Before we move on and preview this weekend's game against the Patriots, a conversation that I saw on Twitter, I've had with some other people I know as well. What are your thoughts on the fourth quarter, and especially that game-winning drive with Nick Chubb being on the sideline and Kareem Hunt being on the field? Because it is a conversation.
No,
so
it is.
How do you guys feel about that?
So you talking about the drive that ended in an interception? Is that what you're referring to?
I'm talking the drive that ended in the field goal when you have Kareem Hunt in the game and Nick Chubb on the sideline. But also, people bring up another good point. A lot of times in the fourth quarter, Nick Chubb's on the sideline.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, I think that the drive to set up the field goal, I think that was just because they didn't have any timeouts. And Kareem's, I think you could objectively say that he's a better receiver than Nick is. So
he ran outside zone on the first.
I know. I don't look. I'm not trying to say that the play calling itself was well established or it's not like, well, I'm not saying that the plays were good. I'm just saying that the personnel packages made sense, just because in that kind of situation, you're probably going to be passing more than you're going to be running because you don't have any timeouts, and you're going to want a little bit of chunk plays because you want to get the ball out fast, get a chunk play. That way you can try to get down the field into field goal range, because they were still like 15 yards out of field goal range when they got the ball back. So, I mean, it makes the personnel packages made sense. The actual plays didn't make any sense. Now, if you want to complain about when it just seems like Nick Chubb goes out for whole series for no reason, like, hey guys, we're driving with Nick, and then halfway through the series we cut it, and then we go to Kareem for the entire rest of the series, and then the next series, like, yeah, that's weird. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I understand
predictable.
It is predictable because it happened very much was just like this whole series Nick, this whole series is Kareem. And like, I understand why they want to do that, to keep them both fresh, but at the same time, like, you got to have Nick in there. Like,
I think it's way better when you're like, okay, you're 3-4 plays in, you just ran the ball with Chubb 4 times in a row. All right, now bring in Kareem. Yeah. Now give Nick the rest he needs and stuff, like switch it up like that, and then eventually put them both in the backfield together. Wouldn't that be awesome, dude?
Yeah, it would be awesome.
I thought we talked about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I do agree, Jack. I think everyone can almost agree that Kareem Hunt is the better receiving back. I mean, you had Kareem Hunt line up at times in the slot, I mean, against Atlanta, and even other times you've had him line up as a receiver a lot more than Nick Chubb. I think it's just on that drive, if you have the intention of even at some point running, which it's clear they did, I would have had Nick Chubb in that game, personally. And I wouldn't have been going outside zone when I just need to get a couple yards to get as close as possible I mean, at the same time, it wasn't blocked well. Like, I get why you're doing that because the defense probably isn't going to expect you to try and run outside in that situation. But yeah, man, like I said, it's just irritating. I think we're just all beyond irritated at this point.
Yeah,
with
I think
everything.
that I can just tell. Because I'm just kind of like, usually way more pissed off and like trying to get optimistic, but I'm just like on the next week, like Bill Belichick. We're on the Cincinnati. We're on the Patriots.
I do want to get to the big news. I realize we need to discuss it briefly before we preview the Patriots. The Browns trading for Pro Bowl linebacker Deion Jones. Jack, what's your initial thoughts on this? How do you feel about this trade?
Good. We need another linebacker who actually knew what he was doing. I mean, for gosh sakes.
And he's like, dude, yeah, I know. I know. Jacob Phillips is really hard to watch. But dude, he's solid. If he can get back up to like 2020 form too, like watch out. And I don't know if you saw this. PFF Cleveland Browns tweeted that his coverage grade is a 90.3 since 2016. So yeah, we need that, and we need his ability in the run game as well. So
we need everybody.
He's fast, dude. He's athletic. He's very athletic, and he's next to JOK. So that's
it should be fun.
So you got me a little optimistic there. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I was just gonna say. I mean, this is a low risk, potentially high reward acquisition. I mean, you have a guy that was on IR. Suspiciously, it sounds like he's been healthy, and they just have had him on IR. That's interesting. But
he said they looked out for him by doing that.
Okay.
He said they looked out for him in his press conference today. They just looked out for him. They did what was smart for him to stay healthy, so they can find a partner. They've been trying to find a trade partner for him since August. Yeah,
that contract though makes it difficult, and that's why the Falcons just ate the money.
Yeah, I just wanted to get him off.
Yeah,
obviously we just did it because Walker's gone, dude, and Walker's a free agent next year. So it sucks about Walker though.
It was really nice seeing him back at practice though, at least just there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I could be wrong on this. You see quarterbacks do it from time to time, have headsets on if they're not playing or whatever the case may be, if they're allowed to. Anthony Walker might be wearing a headset. If he is physically able to stand on the sideline, they might at least have him wearing a headset.
Dude, give Jones the green dot and give Walker a headset. Let him do it, bro.
Honestly, dude.
Let him do it, bro. At this point, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, Seriously. At this point, I'd rather have Walker on the headset than Joe Woods. Let's be real.
Dude, I rather have the cashier at McDonald's than Joe Woods on the headset right now. That's where I'm at.
Man? They're the same person. That's the same person.
True. I actually rather have myself. I mean, I can call a pretty good defense on Madden. So I think the qualifications are about as good as Joe Woods.
That's all you need.
Oh, man.
Before we do preview Browns and Patriots, just want to take a second and shout out the good people over at Homage, our amazing partner. I mean, we're always wearing our Homage gear. And one thing's for certain, even though the Browns are currently on a losing streak, the gear at Homage just keeps on coming. Yep. I mean, great Brownie the Elf stuff it just released this past weekend. I have my John Dorsey sweater I like to wear all the time, even though that's currently unavailable online. But just can't give them enough props. And they have awesome Blue Jackets gear. I put something out for you guys on the network account today. Johnny Hockey, baby. Ohio State, you guys name it, they have it. So please make sure you guys go shop at Homage using the links that we provided. Great Browns gear, but also if you root for other teams, even if it's not other Cleveland sports teams besides the Browns, they have it for you. So go check it out. You'll be glad you did.
They got awesome Cavs stuff. I was at the Cavs game and they actually have a bunch of Homage stuff at the shops, and they're all awesome.
They're gonna start making a big splash in the Cavs scene probably, dude, especially now. But dude, their Ohio State gear. I keep saying it. I have yet to even buy anything from their Ohio State gear. But dude, it is so nice, dude. I love everything they have. It's so if there's one team you can go retro for and pay homage to, it's the Buckeyes. So
absolutely,
yes, sir.
And the one team that just never lets us down.
Dude.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, please. Thank God you did that.
Yeah.
Don't scare me like that, bro. Hey, we're on a bye week this week, though. So
True.
you're good.
It's chill. It's chill. By the way, guys, since we are mentioning Buckeyes, Friday at 7 o'clock, a special edition of the Scarlet and Gray podcast, we will be joined by Ohio State running back Dalen Hayden for an exclusive interview on the YouTube channel.
That's
so
what's up. That's what's
want
up.
to make sure
dude.
you guys tune in for that. I've mentioned how hard it is to get college football players with the new NIL deals that are out there, but Dalen is taking some time from his bye week to join us. So make sure you guys.
Tyler spent so much money on this interview that he has to sleep on the couch. So please tune in.
Oh, wow.
Please tune in.
Yeah, Tyler's recording this from the storage facility where all his stuff's getting auctioned.
Wow. Oh, man. That's rough. That's a rough one. I mean, I am in the spare bedroom, so.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, as we're.
No, we don't have to talk about next week's game.
Please,
we don't have
please
to
yeah. Rip.
As we're moving on, briefly to talk about next week's game, the New England Patriots come to town. Obviously, absolutely embarrassed us last year. I'm not even going to read off the score. Just utter embarrassment when we went to New England. Bill Belichick comes back to Cleveland. The Patriots are 2-3, but Bailey Zappi has led them to a win over the Lions. They nearly beat Green Bay with Bailey Zappi. So that begs the question, would you guys rather see Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi?
Brian Hoyer.
What is the difference?
Well,
to be honest, I don't think the quarterback in this game matters.
Doesn't matter.
The Patriots
They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They are. They are a decent running attack. Damian Harris is out, but it does not matter. Dude, they're going to run the ball.
They got Ramondre Sanders over there, man.
Ramondre Stevenson.
No, Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Wow, dude. I mean, we'll say this: he's got 372 yards and averaging 5 yards a carry.
Oh, don't worry, that'll go up to 8 against us.
Yeah.
I mean, how much did Austin Eckler average before he came in here?
Nothing really. Really nothing for the most part.
So don't worry, that guy's gonna look like an all-pro by the end of the night.
Thank you, Josh. It's all in good fun though, man. It's all good. It's all good. I love you, Josh. But yeah, I mean, I think at quarterback, I would agree. I don't think it necessarily matters. I think I'd rather see a rookie. The only reason I say that is because it seems like whenever Joe Woods faces a rookie, this defense magically is just amazing. We saw it last year with Justin Fields, and maybe we just need to see a rookie. Maybe that's the end all be all. Maybe that'll solve everything. Seeing a rookie quarterback on Sunday, I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
They're gonna run the ball.
They're gonna run the ball.
They're gonna
tell you that.
You're also facing Bill Belichick, so
that's the one thing about this game. And again, we'll get into our predictions when we give our underdog weekly pick'ems.
Oh God, I forgot.
Bill Belichick. That. One thing that he does is he just takes away your strength every time. That's what worries me about this. The only thing we're good at is running the football. So Bill Belichick might put men in the box to make sure that you don't run the football.
Cooper could go off then. Njoku can go off then. Like then Amar, you have to. If you're Jacoby, you have to have a decent game. I really want to see those games again though, where we don't have to throw the ball over 28 times.
I don't know if you'll see those until
Watson
comes back. I'm being for real. You might not see those for a while.
No, I'm saying I don't want Jacoby to throw over 30.
No, I know, and I'm saying you might not see a game where that's not the case for a while. It's just the situation the defense has put him in.
Well, when Watson comes back, he can throw 45 times a game, and as long as he
I'm more okay. I'm more okay with that. Yeah.
But I'm saying, as long as he's playing up to 2020 form, he's fine. If he's not, then no, stop doing it. But I'm just
how do you guys feel about this game on Sunday?
Oh God, getting right to it.
I mean, I am really mostly just concerned with Jacoby because Bill Belichick knows how to limit quarterbacks, and when we're talking about Jacoby, a guy who he drafted, he knows a lot about Jacoby Brissett, and especially because obviously last year we didn't have Nick or Kareem, so it's not exactly going to be like the same strategy, I think, because Nick just isn't the kind of back that you can really completely cancel out like you could Dearness Johnson. No, nothing against Dearness, but like it's Nick Chubb. I mean, he's the best running back in the league. So I mean, I think that he's going to have to put a lot more effort into focusing on taking Nick Chubb out of the game as much as he can do that. So I think that he is going to kind of have his hands full in that he completely focus on taking Jacoby out of the game. So I think that this is actually going to be a pretty interesting defensive battle for them, just because they're going to have to figure out how do they want to put a lot of pressure on Jacoby, or do they want to try to take Nick Chubb out of the game? So I think that's going to be interesting. I think that it's really just going to come down to, can the Browns learn anything about how to stop the run? Can they do anything? Do
you want the answer to that question? Do you want me to just answer it for you?
I mean, do you have the direct line into Joe Woods? Hold on. Hey, Joe, you practiced tackling this week? Because you didn't do – obviously, you guys didn't practice it the week before the Chargers game. Because, my gosh.
It seemed to be – apparently it's reported that the Browns worked on tackling a lot.
Good.
Woo, that gives me confidence.
Thank God.
We're magically just going to be able to do it now on Sunday.
That's right.
Get back to the basics. Let's go.
Speaking of drills real quick, this has nothing to do with the Patriots. And I don't like to just slam Anthony Schwartz consistently, but dude, you can't go through a gauntlet with all the rest of the wide receivers. Like, you can't go through the gauntlet, like with the rest of the wide receivers. You get stuffed by it. Like, dude, just embarrassing. What an embarrassment he is. Oh, man. But I think for this game, I honestly, I would just stack the line. I would make Bailey Zappi beat you in this game. I really would. Because Rondell Stevenson is going to go off if you don't. He's a solid running back.
I just don't trust. I just don't trust Joe Woods to pressure Bailey Zappi at all.
I will say the one rookie quarterback we faced, Fields, he did, but that was then.
Yeah, that was then. This is now.
That was a year ago.
Oh man, yeah, it's just
maybe he'll bring a blitz. That would be crazy. Could you
imagine?
What's a
blitz?
Apparently, he does blitz a lot. Apparently, I was wrong about that last week. Apparently, Joe Woods does blitz a lot.
You can tell because
we just don't get to the quarterback. Yeah, it's probably a basic one-man blitz with 3 linemen coming at you, so it's very easy to pick up.
Yeah,
I think this game, if Jacoby Myers is healthy, that's the guy that New England really likes to give the targets to on offense.
They will your fantasy team.
They will target him a lot. Yeah. They're going to target him a lot in this game, but one thing that's beaten the Browns all year, that's the deep threat. Nelson Aguilar in this game. Grant Delpit, can you I don't know, man. I'm so depressed.
Can't believe we're talking about Nelson Aguilar as like, crap, man. We could get beat over the top by Nelson Aguilar. Like, that's pretty painful. Like,
it is, man. It's like, just
come on. I mean, man, Nelson Aguilar. That guy wasn't he about to get cut? Like, I mean, dude.
I think they.
Did they cut him? I thought they traded him to the.
No, he's who?
Did they cut Nelson Aguilar in the offseason?
Who, the Patriots?
No, the Eagles.
Dude, he's been on the Patriots this is like his second year on the Patriots.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh God, no, that can't be right. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, man. He didn't do much in Philly.
I know that's the thing. I guess he just did so little that I honestly just forgot he existed.
I mean, don't forget he played for he played for the Patriots. He played for the Raiders.
Oh.
That's when he went off. He had his best season with the Raiders, 896, 8 touchdowns, average 18 yards reception.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay, I see.
And then New England gave him that contract.
Shit. Oh my God.
That's when Belichick went out and spent all that money on players that really haven't done anything outside of Matthew Judon.
Right.
Oh, and Hunter Henry's been solid. Speaking of that, if you have Hunter Henry, or if he's just as a free agent in your league, just start him this week. Start him.
Hey, Everett didn't do too hot against us.
True. I don't think they targeted him a lot, though.
No, because I played him.
So did I. Got me 0 points.
Darren Waller was out anyways, or didn't really play anyways. So
By the way, like I told you and Jacob, I did start Njoku over Darren Waller. Props to me, man. I got lucky.
can we talk about David Njoku for a second?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Dude, holy crap.
That guy can play.
Yeah.
You want to
Holy
talk
crap.
about? Hey, go, man. You can go. Like,
No, I'm sorry, my computer glitched out. But dude, no, he's literally that's the picture. That's the perfect picture for you to use too. This season alone,
participated in that picture.
dude, but he's celebrating, dude. He's tight end 1, dude. He's
Dude,
pumped.
I know.
He's
it's
finally getting the
funny.
chance. 79.4 PFF grade, 3rd among all tight ends. He's below Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews. David Njoku. Look what happens when you play him as tight end 1.
Or when you have a quarterback who's willing to throw it to a tight end.
Well, quarterback's willing to throw to anyone that's open.
Whoa.
Just saying.
Are you sure?
I'm just saying, dude.
Also, by the way,
saying.
DJ Moore, if you want some greener pastures and you want a good place to finally start winning some games under a competent head coach, we'll take you in.
Anthony Schwartz in a 2024 third. That's all you get.
I'll give you Anthony Schwartz, and I'll throw in some wings from B-Dubs.
What sauce?
Whatever kind you want. Actually, the sauce. The Sauce Gardner sauce.
Sauce Gardner sauce.
He has his own beat-up sauce?
Huh?
He has his own beat-up sauce?
Yeah.
Well, what the? Oh,
That's no joke. He really does.
dude, I don't know. It's not going to happen, but if the Browns somehow got DJ Moore, I think that would just be insane.
Rather have Derek Brown, but I wouldn't complain if we got
yeah,
DJ Moore.
Definitely.
I would not complain. Dude, that would be...
Just get both of them. Tell them we'll give them back their 5th round conditional pick if they give us both of them.
We'll give you... We'll trade you. Let's see. Who do we got? I'll give you Tommy Togiai, Jacob Phillips, Anthony Schwartz. Who else can I include in there?
Dearness Johnson.
Yeah, Dearness Johnson can go. And I'll give you a 7th round
Felton.
pick.
And you can have Dimitri Felton.
Yeah, we'll give you 6 players that don't matter to us for those 2. So.
Guys, it'll help them tank. It's fine.
This is true. Guys, as we move on, and we're going to give our picks presented by Underdog Fantasy. Zach, would you like to go first for this game?
Like what my predictions are?
Yeah, for the Browns and Patriots.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Are you going to say we're going to lose again?
Zach, do you want to give your prediction first?
Oh man. All right, listen, I'm not going to be there again this week. I think we can beat this team. I think we can beat the Patriots. And I'm telling you why we're going to beat the Patriots this week. Not only, obviously, Nick Chubb's easy answer, but offensively, we're going to beat them because of Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Amari Cooper's going to go off again this week, dude. Amari Cooper's having a great season. I think this is another way for Kevin Stefanski to show, like, he wasn't the issue with Odell, too. I think he's having a chance to prove that with a legit wide receiver 1. Like, for us, a lot of people are saying Amari's 1B, but dude, Amari Cooper is playing to a wide receiver 1 potential, especially when he's targeted. For PFF, he's like 91.9.
It's huge, man.
Dude, he's
been great.
Yeah. So I think we're going to go off. I think I got Browns 27, New England 17.
Okay. Jack, if you would like to go next.
Man, I think that even though they're going to try, they're going to stack the box. They're going to do everything in their power to stop Nick Chubb, but that guy cannot be stopped. That guy will not be brought down by mere mortals. And I think that Nick Chubb is going to keep doing what he's doing. He's going to keep his Offensive Player of the Year campaign going strong. And I think the Browns are going to be able to pull this one out. I think that the offensive playmaking of the Patriots, even though obviously their running game is probably going to be really good, I think that we're going to be able to at least outscore them. So I think that this is going to end up probably coming down to pretty close game. I think the Browns are going to be able to pull it out, though, 23-20.
All right. Well, I want to pick the Browns so bad, but after what I saw last week,
that's all it took.
nah, that's not all it took. But just just what you let Atlanta's backup running backs do, Austin Eckler do to you, what Rondale Stevenson's probably going to do to you, and the fact Ramondre, whatever the dude's name is, it starts with an R. I don't. And he's got dreadlocks. I'll call him Stevenson. Anyway, one thing that Bill and I talked about it, Bill Belichick does is he takes away your the number one option on your team. The number one option for the Browns is Nick Chubb. It absolutely is Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is someone who normally is not stopped. That is correct. But I expect Bill Belichick to do what he's done in the playoffs. And again, obviously not super recently, but what he's done to Derrick Henry, what he's done to other top running backs that he's faced, what he did to Aaron Jones and Austin Dillon. I think they're going to contain Nick Chubb. I don't see Nick Chubb rushing for 100 yards in this game. Combined, I think Kareem Hunt and Chubb still get over 100, but I think Nick Chubb is limited in this game. I need Jacoby Brissett to show me that he can win us a football game. I need to see it because I think this is a game I believe they're gonna try and take Nick Chubb away. They're gonna contain him for the most part. And also, New England is going to run a system on defense that is going to do the best it can to make sure Amari Cooper doesn't touch the ball. So that's going to be a lot of David Njoku in this game.
Yeah.
I have no confidence right now that this Browns defense can get a stop. I really don't. I don't care if it's Bailey Zappi. I don't care if it's Mac Jones. I don't care if it's Johnny Manziel playing this weekend for the Patriots. I don't have the confidence right now that this Browns defense can get a stop. And I'm praying I am wrong. I think the Patriots are going to win this game, and I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win it 31-27. I hate to say it because I can't stand
this
Belichick.
man.
I can't stand the Patriots.
Boo.
Yeah, please boo me. I hope I'm wrong, and I want to be wrong so bad because the Patriots are the team in the NFL I dislike the most outside of the division rivals. So I hope I'm wrong, boys. I really do. But again, as long as Joe Woods is here, I have no confidence in this defense. I don't.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's super hard to, man. I don't blame you, for real. Jack's picked the Browns to be 6-0.
And we would be if we had a decent defense, for God's sakes.
Josh, I love you too, man. And I'm hoping I'm wrong this weekend, and then maybe I can start picking the Browns to win again. I want to be, dude. Nothing would make me happier than being wrong. I could care less if I get. I predicted a game that I picked. Woo.
All right. Here's my thing. We need the Browns to win Sunday
for my sanity,
for the team's future this year. You need the Browns to win,
and for the sake of all of our mental health.
Yeah.
Because covering this team is exhausting, man. It really is.
It's been tough.
All right. As we give the rest of our picks this week, Zach, what is your record as it stands?
10-10, but there's no asterisk next to it.
Okay. 10. All right. 10-10. Jack, what are you currently at?
I'm 13-7.
All right.
Asterisk.
Jack, he has no reply to that.
It's okay, Zach. It's okay.
I did put an asterisk by it just so Zach give him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I am 14-5-1. That stupid tie, man. All right. As I'm putting up, I don't know if you guys have the scoreboard in front of you, but here we go.
I don't. Let's go.
Thursday Night Football, which will probably be, I would say, the most awful game so far this year, but we had to watch the Colts and Broncos. So that's Thursday Night Football. Let me know if you'd like me to scroll. Whoever wants to pick first.
Jack, go ahead, since you're so good.
I will take, I'm going to take the Eagles over the Cowboys.
Okay. Yeah, that could be a good game on Sunday night.
I think
I'm actually benching Jalen Hurts for that game.
Yeah.
I'm starting Geno Smith over Jalen Hurts. I can't believe I just said that. I never thought I'd say that in 2022.
All right, you want to scroll back up a little bit, Tyler? I'm
Yep.
only going to go off of yours, so.
All right, yeah, just tell me when you want me to stop and all.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going to do – you know what? I'm going to do the Falcons over the 49ers.
Okay. All right. They get Kyle Pitts back too this week.
I think Falcons were screwed this week too.
Yeah. No, I agree. They were absolutely screwed. Man, that's at Lambeau. I thought about picking the Jets over the Packers, but it's at Lambeau. If it wasn't, I might take the Jets. I can't do it though. All right.
I got Zach Wilson in my money league as my backup quarterback, so I hope he starts hitting the groove.
Jeez, man.
What?
Zach Wilson is a backup. It's bold.
Dude, it was either him or Trevor Lawrence.
I'd rather have Trevor Lawrence, personally.
No.
And speaking of Trevor Lawrence, Jags over the Colts.
All right, I like that pick.
I mean, they need a bounce back after the losing to the Texans, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Making
sure I'm writing all these down. Let me know if you need me to scroll, Jack.
Let's go. You know what? Bills over the Chiefs.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
That should be a primetime game.
That should be. How is that not a primetime game? That just
they should flex that and take away that stupid Broncos team.
I think
I'm so sick of.
I think they wanted Nance and Romo to have the 425 for that. I seriously think that's why.
I am so sick of watching Russell Wilson.
Yeah, dude. Why is he still on primetime? Like,
because the schedule's already been released. That's why they should flex primetime games.
They gotta watch him cook, man.
To be determined for Monday night this week.
Cook what?
Meth.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
All right, that got
cooking
serious.
Corny. Cooking corniness.
He is cooking corniness, dude.
All right, Zach. Do you need me to scroll up or?
He's cooking a danger.
Seahawks over Cardinals at 4:00.
Ooh, that was one I was thinking of. Okay.
You can still pick it.
I know, but I like to go. I like to have majority. Well, we'll see what I think here. Part of me wants to pick the Panthers, but I don't have the balls to do it.
Please don't. I don't think PJ Walker is going to beat the Rams. I mean, the Rams really aren't looking that great, especially offensively, but.
Okay, I've already taken the Jags. I would pick that Commanders game, but dude, that just seems so brutal. I just think both teams are going to suck, and I just can't think of who would actually win that game.
Dude, the only thing saving the Monday night game is the Chargers play.
I'm gonna do that. I'm taking the Chargers over the Broncos. All right, Jack.
What you got so far?
I got the Jags, Patriots, and Chargers.
I'm going to take the Saints over the Bengals.
Ooh,
who they?
You need Taysom Hill to go off again.
That's right,
dude. That was the fact that he's listed as a tight end in fantasy too is just nuts. I get it because
they're gonna list him as a quarterback again. Like the same thing happened last year where he was a tight end, and then they were like, "Nah, he's a quarterback. You can't have him in at the tight end spot."
Yeah, they still have him listed as that though as of right now.
That's crazy.
It is, dude. It's nuts to me. I don't understand it.
Yeah, he's one of the highest scoring tight ends who has never caught a pass this season.
I thought he did catch a pass on Sunday, did he not?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, he threw. Okay,
he threw one.
Okay, all right.
He's a tight end who threw one touchdown and scored two on his own with his legs. Like, I mean, come on.
All right, Zach.
What in the world?
What's your next game?
I'm gonna go Giants over Ravens.
Ooh.
Dude, I thought about that one too. I really thought about that because Wink Martindale going against Lamar Jackson. If there's somebody that knows that Ravens team.
I like this Giants team
I think
too.
that this is going to be one of the big tests to see if the Giants are legit or not. Like,
you know what?
4-1. Are they a real 4-1?
I mean, they beat Green Bay in London.
Yeah, but Green Bay is kind of iffy this year.
I know, but I mean, they'll still probably win their division and make the playoffs.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I
think that's a pretty good victory for that. I think they're. Yeah. I think the Giants might be.
And they came back. And they came back and won too. They played
with basically no wide receivers.
Yeah, I like the Giants, dude. Giants are legit.
I know you picked them. I know you picked this game. I'm gonna pick it too. I got Geno starting in my dynasty league, so you know what?
Let's go.
I'm riding with 7, baby. All right. Seahawks over the Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals are good at all, and I think Cliff Kingsbury's getting fired.
I don't think Kyler Murray's that good at all.
They need DeAndre Hopkins back in the worst way.
Yeah,
because he's like his numbers with Hopkins are night and day. But that'll take a toll on my fantasy team once Hopkins comes back, since I have Hollywood Brown. But all right, guys, those are our picks for.
Sorry, my energy sucked today.
Huh?
Browns. So I said, sorry, my energy sucked today. It's just this team just like.
It's all good, dude. I brought more than enough energy. A lot of yelling.
Yeah, you and Jack.
I needed it though, man. I've had that on my chest since Sunday. Like if we had a post game show on that Sunday, dude.
No. That would have been really bad for me.
My mic might have broke.
Yeah, I don't know if you can a Network 216 post game show after the Browns would be
violent, loud.
It would be interesting.
You know what it would be? It would be dangerous.
Stop. Stop. I can't do it anymore.
Wow, Jack, you just had. All right. Josh has one comment he wants to make before we end it here. Jack attacks, Tyler's tirades, and Zach's chill chats. It's actually pretty dope.
I just don't know how to react after a loss anymore. Like it's either I'm just like this or I'm very mad on Sundays.
I will say though, out of the three of us, you're probably the most chill though out of the three of us, I would say.
Probably. Because I got
Jack
but
and I could just square up anytime.
Dude, like you said, if we had a post game show, it'd probably be a different story. Because I have a few days to digest this. I get to listen to the Yard Dogs. I get to listen to the Barking Browns talk about it. So it's down with the Browns on Mondays. Dude, I already have a chance to like kind of digest the loss, you know? After a loss, we have like entire week of therapy for Browns fans. Pretty chill.
After a loss, I gotta go and I gotta look and see. Oh, Nick Chubb! Look at how good his stats are.
You're at the game half the time.
Yeah, I'm at the game. I'm like, gosh, Nick Chubb's so good. Oh my gosh, guys, this would be great. This would be a great win. Oh, geez, wait, what's the score of the Steelers game? 38-3. Gosh, that's gonna be great. They're gonna go way down in the standings. We're gonna be so many games ahead of them.
Not worried about them anymore.
And then the game ends, and then it's like, oh, we're only one game ahead of the Steelers, and we're tied, or we're slightly ahead of the Bengals, even though they're playing terrible. Like, gosh, we should be 5-0 right now. This pisses me off. It every time I think about it, it's like we should be 5-0, 100%. But
you're absolutely right.
We're not. You know.
No disagreement there at all. I completely agree. And Josh, we appreciate that, man. We're glad that we're your number one show. We appreciate all your support. Haven't seen Jeff. Didn't see Jeff in the chat tonight, but Jeff also, if you are in the chat and haven't commented, yeah, we missed you, Jeff. We love you and Josh in the comments. It's always a lot of fun. But I want to thank everyone for joining this episode of the Faithful Dogs podcast. Remember, at 10 o'clock tonight, I apologize, I do not have the image, but a special edition of not the Dog Chug, but the Guard Chug at 10 o'clock. That'll be live on the Network 216 YouTube channel. So you guys are going to want to make sure that you tune in for that. A lot of Guardians talk, getting you guys ready for Game 2 of the ALDS as we take on the New York Yankees. So appreciate all you guys tuning into this episode of the Faithful Dogs podcast. Can't wait to talk to you guys all next week, hopefully after a Browns victory. Enjoy your evening and go Browns.
Go
Like,
Browns.
comment, subscribe, hit the notification